Here we go. One man, 25 women who truly believe that going on a reality show is better than downloading a dating app. Let's do it! So they're showing off our new Bachelor, Grant Ellis. This photo shoot, you have to be pretty good looking to pull this off. Like, if it was me, they'd be like, Jared, can you, move your hips and shoulders a little? Like, your feet never leave the ground when you dance. You just keep pointing at us. Jared, come on, do something. Grant is nailing this. They show him playing basketball. He's a former professional basketball player. Yeah, this is where my intro wouldn't be as fun. He's dunking. They'd be like, Jared, why don't you go dunk on that hoop? I was like, no, I have other hobbies. I like to eat and stare at my phone. Can you get a shot of me ordering different types of coffees at different times of the day and then sitting and staring at Instagram? That's my version of a slam dunk. Grant pulls into his mom's house, which is a castle, driving at a minimum a $250,000 Ferrari. How is that not something we knew about? This guy is from money. He has to be. You don't play basketball in Lithuania and afford a Ferrari. The women should know this. Hey, if you marry this guy, you're going to be the Queen of Genovia. Look at that castle. Grant sits with his family. That's his sister. She's beautiful. The mom, there she is. She's gorgeous. And then there's this guy. This is an uncle who says inappropriate things at family gatherings. You only wear that hat if you're an uncle that makes weird comments. If they do hometowns, he's going to say something about their and boobs. And it's going to be weird words like caboose. And he's going to say something like hachi machi. That hat only goes on a guy who says, yowza. So here's a cute moment. Grant's going to give his first rose to his grandma, who looks unbelievable. She looks like she's going to put a spell on Grant right now. Doesn't she looks like she's going to go, you shall rule the day. She looks like the villain from Emperor's New Groove. At some point, she's going to yell, pull the lever! So our first person out of the limos is Rose. Here's Rose's biggest issue. She has to use her name in her intro. She's got to do the boring pun. She can't do anything fun. Watch, she'll definitely do a Rose pun.
It's going to be a really, really long night. So I do have something to ask you.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I be the first to actually say, will you accept this
See,
rose?
there it is. And look at Grant's got to fake it. He's yeah, your name is Rose. We give out roses. Cool, okay. Good thing you're hot. Maybe we'll do a different type of conversation while we're in the house. So get on in there, and we'll try this again later. I get it. You're boxed into a corner. You got the name Rose. We give out roses. You got to do it. Okay, well, good luck. We'll see you later. Good thing you're hot. Here's Latia, and she says that her Mormon faith is a guiding light in her life. Don't you think coming on this show is a long shot? Don't you think staying in Salt Lake City is a better play to get married than going on a show and having the first thing we learn about you is about how this whole Mormon thing better work for whoever this one guy is? Is this what it is to be Mormon? You just kiss horses and hold babies all day? Is this the whole thing? Carolina comes on and does a whole bit where she speaks Spanish and she knows he doesn't understand anything she's saying. And Grant's laughing along. This is everyone listening to your long story right here. This is everyone who's ever... When you walk away from a party, you go, oh, I nailed it. No. Everyone's just entering in laughs to make it more comfortable. Grant is all of us. He's just yeah, just keep laughing. She's hot. Do not lose the blowjob. Just keep it comfy. So here's Allie Joe from New Jersey. So she brought pizza, of course.
And here he is standing.
And then she says she's going to be loud. This is very New Jersey of her.
Girl, yeah. So you know I'm going to be loud.
She says, you know I'm going to be loud. This is what Jersey people do. They use New Jersey as an excuse for being impolite and annoying. They're like, we're loud because we're New Jersey. And you have to be like, oh, yeah, I guess I just put aside all versions of being polite because you're from New Jersey. Yeah, I guess we have to like you still. So here's Dina. She's one of 11 children. That is a family I'm staying away from. I don't want to marry into 11 kids. I'd have to wonder what the parents' big psychological issue is that they're hiding by having kids over and over again. I'd be like, have you guys heard of condoms? Have you heard of the pill? What's going on here? What's wrong with all of you? So this girl brings a llama for her entrance. I love that the llama turned things up a bit. This llama forms shit-talking quadrant over here. Look at this girl. She's like, yeah, I guess you could bring a llama. If you're that type of woman. Some of us have class. So it's Linda, the no-drama llama. Alex does a great job playing off the llama. Look at, they're like an improv team. She is really playing this up. And I like that the llama is more of a straight man. No smile, very serious. This is a good entrance. My favorite part about an entrance like this is now Alex has to spend the night with the llama. She's got to walk it around. She's got to clean up its poop. They never let her leave the llama. My agent called me with the opportunity to go on The Bachelor. And I said, this is a little beneath me. I'm a serious actor. I like to do theater work. And they're like, you're going to work with a young woman and she is unbelievable. And I said, okay, and I'll do the rehearsal and we'll see. Alex is a pro. She knows how to play up a scene. I'm very proud of our work together. I hope we can do it again. Juliana brings out a cannoli and they're going to Lady in the Tramp it. This is hot. This is fun. There are some foods that are more Lady in the Tramp-ish than others. I would want a Lady in the Tramp a crab rangoon, which I don't think many women would find sexual. They'd be like, really? It's kind of hot and it's a lot of cream cheese. And I'd be like, please, I need this. This is kind of my thing. They just Lady in the Tramped a cannoli and Juliana's all coy, covering her mouth while she chews. Juliana, you guys just double teamed a cannoli. I think he can watch you chew now. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm chewing in front of you. You guys just deep throated a cannoli together. I think we can relax a little. So Bailey is a social media manager and they do a whole bit where they take selfies. They usually take away your phone. So you can see the women see a phone and they're like, it's like she brought drugs into a sober house. She's like, let me see the phone. Just 10 minutes on Instagram. Just one swipe at TikTok. Please, I'll do anything. She takes a selfie of the whole group. Look at this one girl's face in the selfie. She's like, yeah, how did I end up here? Well, that's a long story. She looks like her mom is going to find out that she went on the show from this picture. She's like, wait, is this going to be on TV? Oh no, I got to make a call.
These women are pulling out all the stops.
Grant's super impressed by not that big a deal of an entrance. They're pulling out all the stops. This woman went to Kinko's and printed out a picture of my face. And it's big. Nobody can do that. This woman comes with a wedding cake. I know she's a wedding planner, but this is one of those that's tough to sound not crazy about. Oh, what was your entrance? Well, I brought a wedding cake with a exact replica of us on top of the cake. Nothing too crazy, nothing too forward, just a regular wedding cake with his exact dimensions and my exact dimensions on top of the cake. So this woman comes with a really fun Vegas entrance, and look at how judgy these other women get. She's like, a bottle girl? Here, they react like she came over with a Vegas entrance to the first day at Yale. They're like, a bottle girl here on The Bachelor? Doesn't she know it's only the best and brightest? This is mean girl judgy energy. I mean, this girl's look here could just take away your soul. I mean, that stare, you will be doing her homework for the rest of the semester with that stare. I'm going to do her homework for the rest of the semester with that stare. So this girl, Zoe, brought a t-shirt gun, and then they just start shooting it over the house. And they almost hit them. Like, this is a moment where I would show how not fun I am. I'd be like, hey, we're sitting over here. There are people here. These shirts aren't soft when they land. Someone could get seriously hurt. That would be me. I'd be someone could get seriously hurt guy on night one because these two decided to have a fun time shooting a t-shirt gun just anywhere and everywhere. Look at Grant's in on it too. I'd be like, there are people here. Like, if I were one of these people, I'd be like, an eye could get taken out. I'd be the not fun one. Grant's opening speech. You got to listen to this.
I want a wife. I want to be a father. I want to have a family. And I'm here for love, first and foremost.
Look at their faces. They're like, wait a minute. So you're not going to ask us about our weekend 1,000 times on a dating app?
What does love mean to you?
He used the word love.
To me,
They're going to have to bring in a mop and bucket to clean up the floor after this speech.
a kiss, a hug, a conversation when you had a long day at work.
Look at, they're like, a kiss? A hug?
I really appreciate
You don't want to just send us a fire emoji after we've hooked up for the rest of time?
know what she wants.
Oh my God.
After my mother. And if you-
They're all going to come at once. He's mentioning his mother and love and commitment. I mean, this group, they're going to have to change that couch upholstery. So we get a little intro into Parisa, and she shows us her rock collection, which is vast. I would say this. If you're hot, you're just allowed to have a rock collection and people go, cool, that's awesome. If this wasn't a hot person, we'd all be like, get that rock-loving weirdo off of my TV. So Parisa does a PowerPoint presentation where she found AI images of them two getting married and them having a baby. Like, this is all fun and games with AI now until you're shown in a picture at a bar that you weren't at, and they're like, you're getting accused of like, hey, this is, I see you at the bar that night. Oh, there's you puking. There's you taking a shit at the bar. Were you the one that pooped at the bar? I got a picture of it. And then we're like, okay, maybe AI's gone too far. It's all fun and games until there's a picture of me having diarrhea at a bar when I didn't really have diarrhea at a bar. So then Parisa shows the kids. And I like that she thinks, she's like, yeah, we're going to have 2 little kids. If I were Grant, I'd be like, so you're a emoji over the face of the kids type of mom, huh? So you think people care about what our kids are going to look like. This is your personality type. You're the person who posts their kids and thinks that they're really important, so you're going to put emojis over their face. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I might be out. So Alicia gets the first kiss of the night, and the energy in the house immediately changes. Look at these women. Look at this girl is like, what? Kissing? But we're just 9th graders. We're growing up so fast.
I have to say, don't kiss on the first date.
Oh, that's how you know she's going to be the villain. She kisses Grant, and then she ends the kiss by going, I have to let you know I don't kiss on the first date. Well, you do now, Alicia. You're a kiss on the first date, girl. Time to put that personality trait back in the crate, because that ain't you. That's villain energy, because she's going to tell you who she is while doing something else. So I know Alicia had this like whole like genie in a bottle thing. The dress does go with that theme, but it also looks like the sorority went to the toga party and she put this together from the sheets that they had at the sorority house. Matt is so easily impressed. This girl Juliana plays like chopsticks on the piano, and he's like, whoa, what a woman. She's like, da 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 da. He's like, she can do it all. Oh my God. Juliana is from Boston, and then they get in the car with the most Boston family ever. He's like, we're gonna go to Dunkin', and then we're gonna go on Route 1 in Saugus and go to D'Angelo and get a number 9. And then we're going to bring the car in to go get washed. Are you ready? Juliana says that her family was there during tough times.
Relationship for a pretty long time,
and I was cheated on.
She said she was cheated on.
Like a really dark place.
I actually interviewed her boyfriend. Let's hear from her ex. Juliana says we were dating. No, we were just hooking up. And I was good to her. We used to go and hang out at the Star Market parking lot. We'd have cigs. I'd get her a high noon. She's talking bad about me. Listen, I'm Sully McSullyson. I got a reputation to upkeep. Juliana was lucky to be with me. So they're all talking about how there's no drama when suddenly a new woman shows up and the energy has changed. And he's talking to this woman. They're all trying to figure out who she is. And look at, they're all like...
He definitely knows her. They're way too comfortable. Ex-girlfriend.
I mean, look at that. That look is like... She's literally trying to shoot lasers out of her eyes to murder this new woman who showed up. Just for showing up.
So she walked out this way, like vagina first. Like
One woman accuses the new woman of walking in vagina first. I have never heard of such a term for someone.
she's intimidating.
How do you even walk vagina first? Was she pushing out her pelvis? And now Grant's going to introduce this mystery woman.
Didn't know. This is my sister.
And it's his sister. If I'm her, I'm like, okay, so who was talking about my vagina? Huh? Let's get some answers now. Do you think I walk funny, or do you think it's just a vibe? Do I have a vagina first vibe? Is that what you're saying about me? So now they have this like fun moment where she's showing family pictures and the girls are awing and oohing. But one of the girls awing and oohing just accused Grant's sister of walking vagina first. Like, isn't she sitting there like, I should just go talk to her now to get... That was on tape. We saw that. Now the sister takes office hours with small groups of the women to discuss her brother. 10 minutes ago, this whole house was talking about her, and now they're like, so what was his home life like? Was his room messy? Girl, you just said she walked vagina first. Who said it? Who said it? So Alex, who brought the llama, is nailing night one. And she's a speech pathologist. If you've ever met a speech pathologist, they talk about themselves like they're heroes, but they really just got into the profession so that they could work at a school and take a lot of vacation and get paid a lot more than a teacher would, but do a lot less work. That's what they say. So she's going through a whole exercise with him. Let's get a look at these cards. I always like when one of the girls commits to their opening bit. Like this woman came in with the bottle girl sign and the Vegas car, and now she's doing the sparklers. She's like, remember me? I'm still doing the Vegas thing. Later in the night, she's going to bring over a check that's like for $2,000, and he's going to be like, wait, what? She's like, I'm finishing out the bit. It's $2,000, 25% tip already added in. The wedding planner is bringing back the cake. No, put the cake down. Introduce yourself as a human being. And look at, she walks in. Look at this face. She's like, oh, always the wedding planner. Wah, wah. So Rose, who did a rose pun earlier during her entrance, steals Grant away, puts on blindfolds, and they're going to make things out of clay. And they're going to make rings. Watch Rose with the clay. If I'm Grant, I'd want to see this. I mean, if I'm a producer, I'm like, Grant, take off the blindfold. You need to see this. Watch how she handles this phallic clay thing. I mean, professionally. This is, I want to know this. I'm like, if I'm Grant, if I'm a producer, Grant, keep Rose. I'll tell you why later. I will tell you why later, but keep her. Actually dump her so that I can date her. So Grant picks up the first impression rose. It'll also get the person the first one-on-one date. He looks at the whole room. He's like, nope, none of you. And they are not happy about it. Oh, brutal. She said it was tragic. Look at the way people's energy changes as he walks around the house with this first impression rose.
But there's one in particular.
I mean, look at this woman. She is ready to get it. No, not this group. Ta-ta.
She's so sweet.
See you guys. We'll talk later.
Each other, we had the most connection.
And then,
everything that
look at-
he embodies
is it this group?
for a woman.
I mean, has this woman even blinked since she's been... This woman is sitting there, like, it looks like she's regretting coming on the show. She's like, no cell phone for a month, huh? I really could have been deep into a Bravo show by now. Alex, the llama woman, gets the first impression rose.
Intelligent, and I had a great time.
And she reacts as if she just won Miss America. She's like, I just worked so hard.
Absolutely.
I walked around with that llama. I cleaned up its poo. I fed it.
I'm so happy.
I gave it speech pathology lessons, and now here I am.
And enjoying my
First impression rose receiver. So we're at the rose ceremony. It looks very much like a sorority formal at Florida State University. Just looks like the Chios got together to have a formal with a bunch of their boyfriends who will inevitably disappoint them. So we're on the final rose, and this girl, Parisa's just trying to stare a message into his head.
that horrible.
It's a very female thing to say. She's like, I just didn't think that our time together was that horrible that I wouldn't get a rose. Parisa, he has only a certain amount of roses, not that personal. Some people go home, some people stay. As if he met with her and was like, ugh, she did a PowerPoint and was nice to
That's
me.
the reason to send me home.
Parisa gets the final rose. Her death stare worked. I guess she won't be making a TikTok about how horrible a time Grant had, and that's why he sent her home.
Of course.
And this girl's gonna go home, the girl who convinced you to smoke your first cigarette in the parking lot of the high school. We lost some players tonight. A lot of tears from the women leaving this show right now. It's shock and awe here.
Definitely not the ending that I anticipated.
This isn't what Kylie thought would happen.
Little girl Kylie would look at me now and just be so proud.
Really? Can you imagine she meets little girl Kylie, the younger version of herself? The girl's like, so are you like a lawyer, or are you a Ivy League graduate? No, you'd be proud. I went on a TV show where I competed against 24 other women for one guy that I'd never met before. Aren't you proud? And that's it for The Bachelor. And that's it for me. I'll be back next week. Share with a friend. Tell someone you know about the show I put on during The Bachelor. I'll be back next week. Boom.